Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you for tuning in to my 2,404th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni. Traders, I'm glad to be out in front of this camera once again in front of you guys. I've done those videos where I just kind of shoot my video screen and show you charts, but I enjoy doing these so much better. Welcome and thank you for tuning in. So, we've got a lot to discuss. Remember the risk involved, risky. Always put your stops in first. Let's get moving. Traders, this video is coming at you on a Wednesday night for trading Thursday, April 21st, 2022. One of the first things I want to say is I am going to the Latin Music Awards show tomorrow night, Thursday night at Michelob Ultra Arena in Mandalay Bay. And I'm going to get to meet Bad Bunny, most likely, because Technotainment Streaming Media, my company I've been working with, and we are going to change the world. They're getting me in, they're getting my family tickets, and we're all going to go hang out. And I think I'm going to get to meet Bad Bunny because one of my buddies knows him well. So let's see how that goes. The Latin AMAs, I'll be there tomorrow night. Looking forward to it. Traders, Metastock. I'm doing the Metastock Traders Summit this Saturday, April 23rd. This Saturday, today is like Thursday. This Saturday, April 23rd, 5 p.m. Eastern, I will be performing. I will do fantastic technical analysis for you. The link will be below this video. It's called the Metastock Traders Summit. Make sure you click the link below. It's absolutely free, no credit cards, no nonsense. I will be there on Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and I will give you some real goods for what should happen next week. I'll see you there. Make sure you click the link below for the Metastock Traders Summit. By the way, that summit goes on all day long. My portion starts at 5 p.m. Lastly, my OMNI is about to turn corner here, the 19th through the 24th of May. Yes, May. That's about a month from now. I've got one open seat, and I'd like to fill that seat. I'd like to qualify one of you Omniacs to come out here and learn Oscar's Market Navigational Indicator, the OMNI. I'd like for you to learn that for yourselves so I no longer have to feed you fish. You know what, I point to this and say subscribe to my trading recommendations, and I send you my daily signals. They go out through Discord, Telegram, text, email, flash pop. That's to give you signals all day long. That's me feeding you fish. Would you like to learn to fish for yourselves in case I get hit by a bus tomorrow? You know, these things do happen, right? What if a plane falls out of the sky and takes Oscar out? You might as well come out here and learn this first before it's all gone, right? Call me, 702-629-4755 before I get hit by a plane. Or go to OMNIBootcamp.com, fill out your application. I will call you back and I will qualify you for one OmniCamp seat I've got open. With that out of the way, let's get moving, baby. What's going to happen tomorrow? Well, here's what I've got to say. Do not fall in love with the upside, which stays on my board, which means the market may rally, but I don't want you to fall in love with these rallies yet because it looks like there is more downside work coming. So, if the market rallies, do not fall in love with those rallies remains valid, meaning the big rallies. When they get up there, they're going to get exhausted. Now, number 2 on the board is Omni remains for day trading. This is, you know, the forest, not the trees. Day trading is the trees. Number 2, buyer of dips. Omni remains in the buyer of dips category, if you will. However, it is offering me no clear-cut trading signals at all on where to get in, even if I were to buy the dips in even the S&P, NASDAQ, or Russell for trading on Thursday. So, here's what I've got to tell you, and this is a picture that's on my wall. I read it every day. Here's a picture of it. Sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. I've written that. I've put it on my wall in the form of a poster, as you've just seen. And traders, that's what may happen. We may do no trading at all now. On Monday, I took the day off because I don't like to trade the first day after a 3-day holiday weekend, which was Easter weekend. Tuesday, Omni gave me no signal. It was neutral. Wednesday, we had no way in. We wanted to buy NASDAQ, but there was no way in. And for Thursday, I don't know that I'm getting a trade on Thursday either. So, sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. Then, looking at stocks. Number 1 says don't fall in love with the upside. Number 2 basically says we've got convoluted signals that are not telling us exactly what to do. Number 3, I started looking at stocks once I did the analysis before this video. Stocks agree with numbers 1 and 2 on my board. Yes, they're confused, looking more down than up. And I would certainly not fall in love with the upside. Nvidia and Apple are perfect examples. I'm going to show those to you right now. Traders, one of the things I want to remind you is that I'm live in a trading room day and night. Camera, microphone, whatever I can keep it on. I'm always there to answer your questions. That cost you $0. Come to livewithoscar.com and join me. And then remember this before we look at these charts. I want you to say this to yourselves because believe me, when this volatility flips around and you're in a trade and that trade's going against you, before you start hitting the keyboards and change the trade and change the stop or cancel the stop and buy more for an average, all these things are bad mistakes. Do this instead. Place that stop. Get into your trade, whatever you're going to buy or sell, and then say this to yourselves over and over again until you're out of that trade. And you know what that is. Stops are in. Stops are in, and then emotions are out. That truly does work. Put those stops in. It keeps your emotions out of the trade, and you're able to function with the decision that you've made. With no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Traders, the first thing I'm going to show you is Zoom. Does anybody remember about 12, 13 days ago? I put this chart in front of your eyes. We were right here. None of this existed. And I said, await the signal. The street is in love, Wall Street is in love with the 55 bar moving average on Zoom. When it hits that, wait for the downswing, right? You'll get the signal. Here's where it was, and let me blow this up for you. Here is what happened. So far, we hit at 126.44, and we have dropped to 103.40. Just as we expected. That average works really well. If you see it again in the future, traders, remember it on Zoom. So far, so good there. If you recall, we were looking for 98, and it's almost there. All right, so let's move forward. Now, what's going to happen in E-mini, S&P, NASDAQ, and Russell for tomorrow? This is your SPY, or the SPX daily bar. So it's the stock market index, just like the S&P. This is your 90 bar moving average, 90. Now watch how this works. This street is in love with this 90 bar moving average, right? It worked as a buy, then it works as a great sale, works as a great sale, works as a great sale, works as a good buy, holds again, then it goes into a short, hits it, goes into another short, and where are we now? We're just about approaching it. OMNI has unclear signals for me to either buy, sell, or where to get in for Trading Thursday. And look at how there is Confluence right here. What will we do at that average? It usually doesn't bode well, right? So that's one specimen, but we've got a few to look at here. Next specimen. Check this out. Dow Jones Transportation Average. The 90 bar moving average, once again, Wall Street is in love with the 90 bar, and look at where we are right now. What is supposed to happen here? Well, if it holds well. If it breaks hard. If it holds well. If it breaks hard. What's going to happen here? A reason why sometimes the best trade is no trade at all, right? You know, the markets will be here on Friday and Monday and every other day. So if we can't get a fill and OMNI's in Confluence and we see these signals that are absolutely unclear, sometimes best trade is no trade at all. Let's see. Then you look at the Russell. Traders, remember it all started here. The Russell was first to put in a head and shoulders. It was first to drop into a big bear flag. And now you've got a bear flag inside of a bear flag. It's a flag and a flag, right? Big bear flag. Boom, boom, boom. Smaller bear flag inside of the flag. So OMNI's asking us to buy deep dips for day trading. At the same time, I've got nothing but signals telling me to be extremely careful falling in love with the upside. So Confluence, right? Let's look at another one. Look at your NASDAQ. Russell was first, and NASDAQ joined in with the left shoulder, head, right shoulder, head and shoulders. Drops below the 200 bar moving average, and that's when things get serious, right? bam, bam. We go up and try to get above, and no good. So what's happened since? Bought down, bought down, bought down, bought down, represents a flagpole. Then you get this consolidation representing the flag itself. That's a bear flag. So you're below the 200, absolutely. Now we're getting to the top of a bear flag. On Wednesday, it turned around and dropped all the way to here after hitting the top of that bear flag. So more reason to think OMNI's right. Do not fall in love with upside rallies here. And then you've got this, Apple. So I started looking at stocks. Do stocks look the same? Well, Apple holds really, really well on this average. I'm not going to tell you every average. These are special averages I use. Holds really well. Holds really well. One day went through but settled above that average, believe it or not. So it was a one-day drop and still close above it. Then it gets below, but once it's above, very smart. Well, look where we are now. It's been fighting with it this entire time. With OMNI starting to flutter and tell me be careful out there. Another reason why we may take no trade at all. And then you've got NVIDIA. This one just says it all if there's downside coming. First of all, you break a key average, and when you do, you break down pretty hard, head back up, break down hard, break down again, break down again. Get to that average, has trouble, and puts in a little puts in a little baby head and shoulders, which then leads into a bear flag. And so, what do you have? Below the average, tested it, can't get above, tested it 3 times here, can't get above, and created a mini head and shoulders, which I call a continuation pattern. The pattern's been lower, continuation is lower. It does continue, drops into a bear flag, and all of this movement is knock, knock, knock. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times it's been knocking on this door. How often do you think a stock can knock on a door technically before it opens, right? You've got many reasons to think. Do not fall in love with the upside. My presentation to you, if we do buy dips for trading on Thursday, we will be very nimble to get out of them. But the bigger analysis is telling me to be careful out there. Traders, I hope this helps. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com. Good luck out there.